In today's video, we are going to be making 3 different snowflakes within After Effects, all totally customizable and perfect for any holiday, Christmas, or winter composition. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright everyone, so first of all I'm going to make this glass snowflake. I already have my Christmas holiday compositions ready to go. So go up to the top bar, go composition, new composition. I'm going to name my comp glass snowflakes top comp. I'm going to go 1920 by 1080, 25 frames per second and a minute long. I'm just going to hide the transparency. It is still transparent, that's just giving the illusion of a black background. First thing I'm going to do is get the shape tool and I'm going to create a star for this snowflake. I'm about to make the snowflake itself. You are of course welcome to copy exactly what I am doing, and if you are, you're just going to get the star tool and just duplicate it about 4 times and put a line through the middle. However, you can have fun with this. We are going to add the collider effect in just a moment, and it is going to create a really cool snowflake for us. So I would recommend having a little play around. However, if you want to look exactly like my one in the preview, this is what I have done right here. Okay, so go ahead, select all of them and pre-compose. I'm going to name my one glass snowflake shape base. Move all attributes to the other comp. I quickly went back into our glass snowflake base and I made the composition settings 1000 by 1000. I just wanted this snowflake to just take up this square. So going back on this layer, I am going to put the CC collider effect on it, and straight away you're going to see some really cool effects happening. So you can go through and just see which one works for you, but I found for all of my snowflakes the stylish one looked best. Zooming up close, this is what I ended up with, these numbers. Okay, and when you are ready, go ahead, pre-compose this layer once again. I'm going to call mine glass snowflake base. Make sure to move all attributes to the new composition again. Okay. And congratulations, you have a snowflake. If you still have these little dots from the pattern, it's all good, just go ahead and mask them out. Then we are going to create a new adjustment layer and we are going to rename this one Fractal. And in the effects and presets, you can drag in a fractal noise onto this layer. Okay, change the fractal type to threads, leave the noise type at soft linear. My contrast is going to be 1154. I'm changing the brightness to -236. I'm going to drop down transform, change that to 6, and then I'm going to change the complexity to 15.4. Then I'm going to keyframe the evolution, 0 at one end and 5 on the other. Cool, now I am going to duplicate our layer, Control D, and on this second layer I am going to add a layer style of bevel and emboss. You right click on the layer to get that option of layer style. I found that this bevel just added a really small amount of depth to it. It wasn't major, like I kind of was switching the layers on and off and it was just super minimal, but it did add a little something for me. You can just copy what I've got here on the screen. And then once again we are just going to select all, right click and pre-compose. Move attributes to the new layer, name your layer, press OK, and on this layer we are going to get the CC glass effect. Drag it on and straight away we are going to see some really cool looking effects. It comes up kind of bubbly, so we have to go in and adjust the numbers for the look that we are going for. Here is a close-up with the numbers that I ended up with. Before I move forward, I'm just going to rename that comp down there to Snowflake Base, and then I'm going to pre-compose and name this one Glass Effect. It's always important to name your layers, and I didn't want to confuse myself further down the track. Okay, so we have a glass snowflake. Now we are going to make this glass snowflake many glass snowflakes, and we're going to do this by adding a new solid, and I am going to name my solid particle snowflakes. Press OK and then go into the effects and presets, and we are going to find CC particle world. Drop that onto your layer. Right, in particle type, go ahead and choose textured square. And then in the texture we are going to choose our snowflake glass effect. I am going to change the birth size and the death size to 5 for now. I might change this later. and I'm going to change the birth color and the death color to white. Cool, now change the birth rate to 0.1 and the longevity to about 48. Alright, in Producer I am going to change the radius, so I'm just going to put it about 5.5 for the X and Y and about 8 for the Z. Then in Physics change velocity to 29, inherent velocity to 100, gravity to 5, resistance to 50, extra 43, and the extra angle 7 and then 32. Then I adjusted my gravity Z1, Y1 and gravity X -1. I thought they looked a little small, so I'm going to change these to 12, birth size and death size, 12. Okay, cool. Now we are going to go layer, new solid, and I am going to name mine fractal. Black is fine, press OK, and I'm going to grab another fractal noise and drop it on this solid. Okay, this time in fractal type choose max, and noise type choose linear, contrast 220, brightness -102. In transform we are going to choose 6 again, and complexity again we are going to go 15.4. And for the evolution, you can just do 0 at one end. I think I did 2. And at the other end, we are going to take it all the way up to 267. Fabulous. Now in Effects and Presets, grab the glow and drop it onto our layer as well. Right, make the threshold 6.7, the glow radius 0, the glow intensity 50. And that should be okay. Now you can just Control D to duplicate that. And then on the second one, I changed the glow radius to 1. Cool, now Control D to duplicate those particle snowflakes, drag the second one above the fractal. On the fractal, change the track map to particle snowflakes 1, and then click this to switch it to Luma map. Great, that is our particles set up. Sorry it was such a word salad, there is just a lot of numbers there. Cool, now we are adding our snowflake particles to our composition. In my composition, I made it a 3D layer right here. Then I went into the material options and I made sure that accept lights and shadows is on. Then I changed the specular shininess to 50. And now, providing that you have some lights in your scene, you will be able to change the color of the lights and the snowflakes will reflect that. You can see that I have lights in my scene already, and if I go in and change the color, they change color. And that is the glass snowflake done. I did just want to go and have a little tweak to my snowflake settings, but other than that, this glass snowflake is completed and we can move on to the next one. Alright, next up is this gold falling snowflake. This is the composition that I am adding it to. So we can just go to composition, new composition. I am going to name mine gold snowflake. I'm going to go 1920 by 1080, 25 frames per second and 1 minute long. Cool, in our new composition you can grab the shape layer. This is the exact same process as before, just creating a little random shape for the collider effect to go on in just a minute. Once again, do whatever you want, but this time I am using squares. And once you are happy with the shape that you have, go ahead and pre-compose it. I'm going to name mine Gold Snowflake Base, move attributes to the new composition and press OK. Then in the Effects and Presets, grab the CC Collider tool once again and drop it on our pre-comp. These are the numbers that I ended up with. Once you are happy with that, you can go ahead, pre-compose. I'm naming mine Gold Snowflake Base, move all attributes, OK. Then go Layer, New Solid, and I'm naming mine Snowflake Particles. Go ahead and grab the CC particle world and drop it onto our snowflake particles layer. Then on the particle tab, for particle type, we are going to choose texture disk, and in texture, go and choose gold snowflake base. Then change the birth rate to 5, the longevity to 10. Drop down the producer. On Y we are going to put minus 2.29, minus 2.85 on the Z. On radius X we are going to change it to 60, 22 on the Y, and 10 on the Z. Open the physics tab and we are going to choose vortex for the animation. Velocity minus 6.58, 234 for inherent velocity, gravity 7.55, resistance 15.9, extra 21.71, extra angle -5. Then in the birth color and death color change both to white, and the birth size and death size 5. Then in physics change the gravity to 4. Then we are going to keyframe the rotation speed, so set frame 1 to 20 and go to the end and set the last frame to about 3000. Now you should have something that looks like this. And here is just a quick look of all of the numbers. Cool, now grab the scatter effect and drop it onto our particle layer and change the scatter amount to 5. Okay, now I am going to drop a pre-made comp into my composition, but I'm going to go over everything that you need to do. This layer is going to give my snowflakes that gold look. So inside this composition, I just have a single JPEG. I'm going to click on it and just switch off every single effect that I have on here. Yep, so this image I just pulled off the internet. I think I typed in reflection. I'll put a link down below for you to be able to find that. But really any picture is going to do. And I just put these effects on it. And I just animated the position. So this is going to help with the reflection look. Right, so going back to my comp, I am going to go to effects and presets and I am going to look for the CC Blobalize effect, and I am going to drag that onto my snowflake to gold color. Okay, cool. Choose the right layer, make sure that it is luminance and change these numbers. Then down below we are going to turn off the visibility of the snowflake particles, and on the gold color we are going to do the track matte to snowflake particles and just click this to make sure that it is alpha matte. If you can't see this track matte section, you might just have to right click on this bar and go into columns and make sure that I think it's modes is selected. Okay, and you can see I have also added the curves effect from the effects and presets, and I am just adjusting these red, green and blue levels until I was happy with it, until I've got something resembling a gold. I just quickly went and adjusted the birth size of the particles again just so I can see what's going on. I will make it a little bit smaller in just a minute. Okay, when you are happy, select all of these layers and pre-compose. I'm naming this particle base, move all attributes and press OK. And I am just going to duplicate this layer and nothing else, so Control D. And now I am going to go back to my main comp, so if you've got something different you will go back to your main comp. And I'm just going to find my snowflakes and drag it in. And that is that. I am just going back into my particles and going to adjust my birth size once again. But after that I am happy with how it is looking. And here is my final render. So finally we are going to make the blue frost snowflake. This is the composition where I am starting out. Go to the top, select composition, new comp. I am naming mine blue frost snowflake, 1920 by 1080, 25 frames per second, 1 minute long. Press OK. Cool, and we are going to grab that shape layer again, and I am going to make a little love heart this time. Once again, you can do whatever kind of shape that you feel like. This is where I went with my final one. Then I am just going to do a line off the side, a couple of other lines, just something kind of snowflakey. Once you are happy with what you've got, just select all the layers, pre-compose. I'm naming mine Snowflakes Shapes. Move all attributes to new comp and press OK. Then jump over to effects and presets and look for the CC Collider tool again. Drop it onto our layer. These are the numbers that I ended up with. Alright, when you're happy you can pre-compose this layer as well. I'm going to name mine Snowflake Base, and I'm going to move all attributes and press OK. Then I'm going Layer, New Solid, Black Solid, and I'm going to name it Fractal. Then I'm going to find the fractal noise in the effects and presets and drag it onto that black solid. Fractal type max, noise type linear. My contrast will be 220, brightness -102. In the transform, we're going to go scale of 6 and the complexity 15.4. Then I'm going to keyframe the evolution 0 at the beginning and 40 at the end. Then down on my layers at the bottom on the Snowflake base, I'm going to choose Fractal in the track matte settings. Then I'm going to click this to make sure Luma Matte is selected. Type fill in effects and presets and drop it onto our layer. I have a hex code of 2D62EA. Press OK. Then I am going to press Ctrl D to duplicate our Snowflake base, and I'm going to bring the second one above our fractal layer. Change the top mode to add and make sure track matte is on none. Then in effects and presets, look for the glow effect, drop it on, change the threshold to 6.7. Select all of your layers again, pre-compose. I'm going to name this layer Snowflake Color Sparkle Base. Move all attributes and press OK. Turn off the visibility of that layer, then go Layer, New Solid, and I'm going to name this Blue Frost Particles, 1920 by 1080. OK. Right, in effects and presets, grab CC Particle World again and drop it onto our particle layer. In particle, change the particle type to textured square, and in the textures, choose our Snowflake Color Sparkle Base. The birth size, I'm going to do 5 and death size 5. Size variation 100, opacity 100, and birth color and death color white. Then I'm going to change the birth rate to 0.1, the longevity to 49, the radius X and Y to 5.5, and the radius Z to 8. In physics, change the animation to twirly, make velocity 29, inherent velocity 100, gravity 5, resistance 10, extra 43, extra angle 2, and 25. Then minus 0.3 on the x-axis, 0.48 on the y-axis, and 0.2 on the z. Under gravity vector, take the x and make it minus 0.1. Take the y down to minus 0.14 and make the z 0. I'm not too happy with the size, so I'm going to jump back into particle and change the birth size and death size to 12. Fabulous! That is the snowflake particles completed, so I am going to jump over to my main comp and drag the snowflakes that I just made into it. Then I am going to go back to my Snowflake Color Sparkle base, go to the fractal and copy the effects. You can just select both of them and choose Ctrl C, and then go back to our top comp and on the snowflakes paste those effects. Immediately those are going to go white. They are a bit too bright for what I want. So I'm going to click back onto the glow threshold and change that to 43.5 and the radius to 20. Then I'm going to change glow intensity to 7.8. Cool, and that should be the final snowflake. I'm just going to drag this into the middle because it's slightly off center, but that is our project completed. Here is my final render of a sparkly blue snowflake. Hopefully you have something that resembles this as well. That is it for this video today. Hopefully you got something useful out of it. Watch more After Effects Christmas tutorials here and After Effects tutorials here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!